Hi guys, it's been, I know, a really long time, but I am here to wrap up the month of January. So I'm sorry it's kind of been a while since I have been here talking with you guys. I did so good in December with a video every single day, and then starting out the year I was doing a video every day, and then I just completely messed up my schedule. I messed it all up. And then I was sick for a week, and so yeah, I'm sorry, but I am here now. Like I said, I wanted to wrap up the month and then share with you what I did manage to read. I actually didn't read that much either. I was kind of in a little bit of a reading slump this past month since I last talked to you. I have gotten a haircut, my eyebrows tinted, lots of fun stuff. Also, I'm in front of a new shelf. Well, new sort of. I actually already had this shelf, but it was a lot bigger. It was taller. It was 5 shelves, and basically, long story short, this shelf tried to kill Jake, which it was kind of his fault. But so the top half is broken, and I thought the whole shelf was just gonna be I thought I was just going to throw it away. It's just a cheap bookshelf from Walmart. It's not my nice one out there that's super sturdy and awesome. So I thought I was gonna have to throw it away, and then when I was kind of tearing it apart, the top part just tore in pieces. And this part's really sturdy actually, so I'm just gonna keep this. But this is my TBR shelf, and you can only see 2 shelves. But if you want, I can do a little bookshelf tour. It won't take long because there's just these 2 shelves and one more. But yeah, these are all of my unread books, so it's pretty terrible. Oh yes, I haven't read any of those books. They all stare at me, and I feel guilty. And anyways, this is why I've not really been buying books. This is why I have just been either going to the library or just trying to read these books because of all of these books. Speaking of not buying books, I actually have a book haul soon from books publishers have sent me and stuff. So that will come soon. So in December, I had read the majority of My True Love Gave to Me. The live show, unfortunately, was canceled because of schedule conflicts, which really stinks. But I did do a book review on my blog, so if you want to check that out, I kind of broke up each individual story. Top 4 favorites were Midnights, It's a Yuletide Miracle, Charlie Brown, Welcome to Christmas, California, and Star of Bethlehem. I would read a whole novel about those 4 books. Loved them. Thought they were fantastic. Out of my very top favorite, my very favorite was It's a Yuletide Miracle, Charlie Brown by Stephanie Perkins. My least 2 favorite were The Lady and the Fox and The Girl Who Woke the Dreamer. I gave that a 1 star and a 2 star. I did not know why those were in that book. I mean, especially the last one. I was so confused. I was like, these are so weird. And I hated them, truthfully. And then the rest of them were just pretty good, or I really liked them. So if you want to see my little review, I'll link it below. But yeah, I did enjoy the book. I gave it a 4 stars on Goodreads, probably closer to a 3.5 stars. Also, another book that I started in December but did not finish was The Exiled Queen by Cinda Williams Chima, and I finished that. Obviously loved it. Gave it 5 out of 5 stars, and I wrote a book review on my blog. You can check it out. It was just another amazing book in her series, which is why I picked up the 3rd book, which is The Grey Wolf Throne. Like I said, I kind of went through a little bit of a slump period, and then I picked this up and read it in 2 days. So it's over 500 pages, but yeah, I read it in 2 days and loved it. I thought this was maybe one of my favorites, maybe so far, of the series. I just thought it was super, super good. And I also did a book review on my blog. I was actually sick while I was reading this and after. That kind of sucked. But it made me better. I am not sick anymore. And then I also started, I haven't finished it, but I started The Crimson Crown, which is the last book in the series. Unfortunately, my goal was to read this and finish this in January, and obviously that didn't happen. It's now February and I'm still reading it. But the good news is that I'm still really loving this series, and I'm about a quarter of the way finished, maybe a little bit more than that actually, maybe closer to a third. But I know that once I just give myself a little bit of time and sit down with this book, I'm going to fly through it, and I'm going to read it so quickly, and it's going to be amazing, just like the other ones. So my goal is actually to finish this maybe tonight or tomorrow. So definitely really, really soon, because I have a lot of books that I want to read in February. You will see in my TBR. The other book, the last book that I haven't I forgot to show you, I actually read this, I think, like before the Grey Wolf Throne. I randomly decided to pick up Wait for You by J. Lynn, and us YA readers know her as Jennifer L. Armentrout. She wrote like the Obsidian, she wrote the Lux series. So I've heard some authors talk about this series on Twitter, and it falls under like new adult, so I was kind of skeptical about it. I actually got it on my Kindle, and I loved it. I thought it was so good. I would probably say this is my favorite new adult book I've ever read. But it's about this girl that she goes all these miles away to this college, and she's trying really hard to just like fit in, maybe make a few friends, and kind of just get through college. And she meets this guy named Cameron. And so there's like this whole romance thing, which I did really like. I loved this book. I thought it was so good. I loved all the characters. There is this like thing that while you're reading, you don't know what's going on, but from the very like first page, you know that something happened in the main character. Her name is Avery. You know something happened in her past, but you don't know what, and you know it was kind of something that really changed her, but you don't really know what it is. So there is this kind of like mysterious side where the whole time you're just pretty much trying to guess what the heck has happened in her past. And it's sad because like you'll read this and it's like a super fun book, and like she'll go out and you're laughing and you're like, oh, this book's so good, and then she'll get this like threatening text message or email, and you're reminded like, oh yes, this girl has baggage that we don't know why or what happened, but something went on there. I really enjoyed it. There is another book which I got excited about, and I got it. Then I realized it's just like the same story, but through the guy's perspective, Cam. And I wasn't really in the mood to reread the story through his perspective. Maybe one day I will, but just not right now. I have a lot of other books I'd rather read than reread the same story. There is a second book, but it doesn't even like follow the main characters. It's, I think, following Cam's sister. So I was a little disappointed about that. I'm sure they're going to be in the book at some point. It's just they're not the main people. So I will eventually probably pick that up. Right now I have some other books I'd rather read. But yeah, if that sounds interesting to you, I really did. I loved this book, although the cover is hideous, because I think Jalen or Jennifer L. Armentrout is just cursed. She's just always gonna get terrible book covers, I think. I feel bad for her. Actually, no, I think I follow her Facebook page, and I think her newest book series, they're like in water or something, like Wicked or something like that. I feel like that one wasn't as bad as like some of these books. Definitely a lot better than this one. So that's actually all that I read in January. I just finished 2 books, and then I read 2 other books, and yeah, I started The Crimson Crown, and that's pretty much it. So really not that much, especially compared to last month's reading. But I do have so much planned for this month in February. So come back tomorrow, I will have my February TBR video up, and I want to show you all the books that I plan to read this month. Also, let me know if you want to see a TBR bookshelf tour, and I will do that. I am still going to be doing my eBookshelf updated tour, so that's coming soon. But I will see you guys tomorrow with my TBR video. Bye!